Hey Taurus, welcome back to the channel. I just sat down with my deck because I kept feeling this pull to do a reading specifically for you. And what came through is absolutely wild. The energy around you right now is so potent, so transformative, and honestly, your enemies or the people who doubted you are about to be completely speechless. They are questioning everything they thought they knew about you. And the cards are showing me exactly why. So I shuffled my deck with the intention of understanding what is making these people who underestimated you suddenly sit back and go, wait, what just happened here? And Taurus, the cards that came out are telling such a specific story. I pulled 10 cards for you today, and each one is revealing a different layer of this transformation you are going through. This is not about revenge or proving people wrong in some petty way. This is about you stepping into your power so completely, so authentically, that people cannot help but notice. They are watching you and realizing they completely miscalculated who you are and what you are capable of. Before we dive into the cards, I just want to say that if this resonates with you, drop a comment below and let me know. I love hearing your stories and how these readings connect with what you are experiencing. And if you are new here, welcome. I do tarot readings for all the signs, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss your next reading. All right, let us get into these cards because honestly, when I laid them out, I had to take a moment. The first card that came out for you is the Four of Wands, and Taurus, this is immediately telling me that you are building something stable, something celebratory, something that has a solid foundation. The Four of Wands is about achievement, about reaching a milestone, about creating a home or a situation where you feel secure and happy. What is making your enemies or doubters speechless is that they are seeing you win. They are seeing you create stability in your life when maybe they expected you to struggle or fail or stay stuck. Need you to understand something about the Four of Wands energy. This card is not just about small wins. This is about you establishing something that has longevity, something that people can see and cannot deny. Maybe you have been working on a project, building a business, creating a home, establishing a relationship, or developing yourself in some way, and it is finally coming together in a visible, tangible way. Your enemies or the people who doubted you, they thought you would not get here. They thought you did not have what it takes. And now they are watching you celebrate, watching you thrive, watching you create this beautiful, stable life, and they do not know what to say. What I love about the Four of Wands coming out first is that it is setting the tone for this entire reading. You are not just surviving, Taurus. You are thriving. You are not just getting by. You are building something beautiful. And the people who underestimated you are having to reconcile their perception of you with the reality of who you actually are. They thought they knew your limits. They thought they understood what you were capable of. And you are showing them that they were completely wrong. The Four of Wands also carries this energy of community and support. So part of what is making these people speechless is that you are not alone. You have people around you who are celebrating with you, who are supporting you, who are part of this foundation you are building. Your enemies might have thought you would be isolated or struggling, and instead, you are surrounded by people who actually see your value and want to lift you up. That contrast is powerful, and it is making them question their own choices and their own judgment. Now, the second card I pulled for you is the King of Cups, and Taurus, this is where things get really interesting. The King of Cups is about emotional mastery, about being in control of your feelings, about leading with emotional intelligence and compassion. What is making your enemies speechless is not just that you are succeeding, but how you are succeeding. You are doing it with grace. You are doing it with maturity. You are doing it without losing your composure or your kindness. I think some of these people who doubted you or worked against you, they might have been expecting you to react emotionally, to lash out, to get messy, to show some kind of weakness. And instead, you have been so incredibly composed. The King of Cups energy is about someone who has deep emotions but knows how to channel them constructively. You are not suppressing your feelings, but you are not letting them control you either. You are navigating challenges with this calm, centered energy that honestly probably frustrates the people who want to see you struggle. The King of Cups is also about empathy and understanding. So even towards the people who have not been good to you, you are not stooping to their level. You are not getting caught up in drama or pettiness. You are maintaining your integrity, and that is so powerful. Your enemies are watching you handle situations with maturity that they do not possess, and it is making them question themselves. They are realizing that you are operating on a different level than they are, emotionally and spiritually. What I am also picking up with the King of Cups is that you might be in a position where you are supporting others emotionally, where you are being a source of stability and wisdom for people around you. Your enemies are seeing that people come to you for advice, that you are respected for your emotional intelligence, that you have this depth that they completely missed. They might have thought you were just nice or easy to push around, and now they are realizing that your kindness comes from strength, not weakness. That is a huge realization that is probably making them very uncomfortable. The third card here is the Four of Swords, and this one is so telling, Taurus. The Four of Swords is about rest, recuperation, strategic withdrawal. What your enemies are speechless about is that you stopped playing their games. You stopped engaging with drama. You stopped trying to prove yourself to people who were never going to see your value anyway. You withdrew, you took time for yourself, you got clear on what actually matters, and that strategic pause is what allowed you to come back even stronger. I think what is happening here is that when you pulled back, when you stopped responding to provocations or stopped engaging with certain people or situations, your enemies thought they had won. They thought your silence was defeat. They thought your withdrawal was weakness. And then you came back with the Four of Wands energy, with stability and success and celebration, and suddenly they realized that you were not defeated at all. You were just being smart. You were conserving your energy. You were planning. You were healing. You were getting stronger. The Four of Swords is such a powerful card for strategy. It is about knowing when to rest and when to act. It is about meditation and contemplation and getting really clear on your path forward. Your enemies are speechless because they realize now that while they were making noise and causing drama, you were quietly building your empire. You were doing the inner work. You were healing from whatever they put you through. And now you are operating from a place of such clarity and strength that they cannot touch you. What I love about the Four of Swords in this reading is that it shows you understand the power of timing. You do not react impulsively. You do not waste your energy on things that do not deserve it. You know when to step back and when to step forward. And that level of self-control and strategic thinking is something your enemies did not expect from you at all. They thought they could provoke you, manipulate you, keep you engaged in their dysfunction. And you just stopped. You walked away. You focused on yourself. And that decision is a huge part of why you are winning now. The fourth card is the Seven of Wands, and Taurus. This is showing me that part of what is making your enemies speechless is that you are standing your ground. You are defending what is yours. You are not backing down even when challenged. The Seven of Wands is about being in a position where you might face opposition, but you have the high ground and you are not giving it up. You are fighting for what you have built, for what you deserve, for your place in the world. What I am picking up here is that there might have been moments recently where you had to assert yourself, where you had to say no, where you had to set boundaries, where you had to defend your position or your reputation or your work. And you did it. You did not shrink. You did not back down. You stood tall and you made it clear that you are not someone to be messed with. Your enemies are seeing this side of you that maybe they did not know existed, this fierce protective energy, this willingness to fight for what matters to you. The Seven of Wands also tells me that you might be in a position of some visibility or success, and that is why you are facing challenges. People do not usually come for you unless you have something they want, or unless you are threatening their position somehow. So the fact that you are having to defend yourself is actually evidence that you are winning, that you are rising, that you are becoming someone who cannot be ignored. Your enemies are speechless because they thought they could knock you down, and instead you are holding your position and actually gaining ground. What I really want you to understand about the Seven of Wands is that it shows courage. It shows that you are not afraid of confrontation when it matters. You are not avoiding necessary battles. You are standing up for yourself and for what you have created, and people are noticing. The people who doubted you are watching you fight with a strength and determination they did not think you had. They are watching you win those fights. And they are questioning everything they thought they knew about you, because this version of you does not match the story they told themselves. Now, the fifth card is the Eight of Pentacles, and this is absolutely crucial to understanding why your enemies are speechless. The Eight of Pentacles is about mastery, about dedication, about putting in the work. What your enemies are realizing is that you have been working harder than they knew. You have been developing skills, honing your craft, perfecting your abilities. While they were underestimating you or talking about you or trying to sabotage you, you were working, you were getting better. You were becoming an expert in your field. The Eight of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards because it is so honest about what success requires. It is not about luck or shortcuts. It is about dedication and practice and showing up day after day to improve. Taurus, you have been doing that. You have been putting in hours that nobody saw. You have been studying, practicing, learning, growing. And now the results of all that work are becoming visible, and your enemies do not know how to process it. They thought you were lucky or that success just fell into your lap. And now they are realizing that you earned everything you have through skill and dedication. What I am also picking up with the Eight of Pentacles is that you might be getting recognition for your work now. People are noticing the quality of what you produce. You are being seen as someone who is really good at what you do. Your enemies cannot deny your competence anymore. They cannot dismiss your achievements as flukes. The evidence of your skill and dedication is right there, undeniable, and it is making them question why they ever doubted you in the first place. The Eight of Pentacles also speaks to continuous improvement. You are not resting on your laurels. You are always looking for ways to get better, to learn more, to refine your skills. That commitment to growth is part of what is making you unstoppable. Your enemies might stay the same, but you are constantly evolving, constantly improving. Every time they think they have you figured out, you level up again. That is intimidating, and that is part of why they are speechless. The sixth card is Justice, and Taurus, this is giving me chills because justice is about karma, about truth, about things being set right. What your enemies are speechless about is that the truth is coming out. Things are being balanced. Whatever they did to you, whatever lies they told, whatever ways they tried to sabotage you, it is all coming to light. Justice is being served, and they are watching their own actions come back to them while you rise above it all. Justice is such a powerful card because it shows that the universe keeps receipts. You do not have to get revenge. You do not have to fight dirty. You just have to be truthful and maintain your integrity, and eventually, the truth will speak for itself. Your enemies are realizing that they cannot hide from the consequences of their actions. People are seeing who they really are. The masks are coming off. And while that is happening, you are being vindicated. People are seeing your truth. They are recognizing your value and your character. What I love about justice showing up in this reading is that it confirms that you did not have to compromise your values to win. You played fair. You told the truth. You did the right thing even when it was hard. And now you are being rewarded for that integrity. Your enemies, on the other hand, are facing the consequences of their dishonesty or their cruelty or their manipulation. They are speechless because they are watching karma work in real time, and they are on the wrong side of it. Justice also speaks to legal matters and contracts and formal recognition. So this could literally be about you winning something official, signing a contract, getting a promotion, receiving recognition that cements your position. Whatever form it takes, justice is about you receiving what you are owed, what you have earned, what you deserve. And your enemies have to watch that happen. They have to watch you get your due while they face the consequences of underestimating you. The seventh card is the Empress, and this is so beautiful, Taurus. The Empress is about abundance, creativity, nurturing energy, feminine power. What is making your enemies speechless is that you are flourishing. You are not just succeeding in a masculine, aggressive way. You are creating beauty and abundance. You are nurturing yourself and others. You are in your creative power. You are embodying this magnetic, fertile energy that attracts good things into your life. The Empress tells me that part of your transformation is about connecting with your creative power and your ability to manifest. You are creating the life you want. You are bringing ideas into reality. You are surrounded by beauty and comfort and abundance. Your enemies are seeing you live well, and it is making them question their own choices. They are seeing you happy, seeing you create, seeing you enjoy life, and they realize that while they were focused on tearing you down, you were building something beautiful. What I am also getting from the Empress is that you might be in a phase of life where you are very connected to your sensuality, your body, your physical environment. You are taking care of yourself. You are creating a beautiful space for yourself. You are enjoying the pleasures of life. You are not suffering or struggling in the way your enemies might have hoped. You are actually thriving and enjoying your life, and that is the best revenge. You are not even thinking about them because you are too busy enjoying the abundance you have created. The Empress is also about nurturing others and being a source of support and creativity in your community. Your enemies are seeing that people are drawn to you, that you have this warm, magnetic energy, that you make spaces and relationships better just by being in them. They are seeing that you have something they lack, this ability to create and nurture and bring beauty into the world. And they are speechless because they realize that while they were trying to destroy, you were building and creating and making things better. The 8th card is the Queen of Wands. And Taurus, this is fire. The Queen of Wands is about confidence, charisma, leadership, passion. What your enemies are speechless about is your energy. You are walking into rooms differently. You are speaking with authority. You are confident in who you are and what you bring to the table. You are not hiding anymore. You are not playing small. You are owning your power, and it is absolutely radiant. The Queen of Wands is such a boss energy. She knows who she is. She is not apologetic about her power or her success. She is warm and generous, but also fierce and not to be crossed. Taurus, you are embodying this energy right now, and your enemies are not used to seeing this side of you. They are used to maybe a quieter version of you, a more accommodating version. And now you are showing up with this confidence and this fire, and they do not know how to handle it. What I love about the Queen of Wands here is that she is magnetic. People are drawn to her. She is a natural leader. She inspires others. Your enemies are watching people gravitate towards you, watching you step into leadership roles, watching you command respect and attention. They are seeing that you have this charisma that they cannot compete with. And it is making them realize that they never actually knew you at all. They knew a version of you that you were when you were not fully in your power. Now you are, and they are shook. The Queen of Wands is also about being passionate and enthusiastic about life. You are excited about your projects and your goals. You are bringing energy and creativity to everything you do. You are not burned out or bitter. You are actually enthusiastic and engaged with life. Your enemies might have been expecting you to be defeated or drained, and instead, you are more alive and vibrant than ever. That contrast is making them speechless because it means all their efforts to bring you down not only failed but actually pushed you into becoming even more powerful. The 9th card is the 5 of Cups. And this might seem like a negative card, but Taurus, I am reading this as what your enemies are experiencing. They are in 5 of Cups energy. They are focused on what they have lost, on their disappointments, on their regrets. While you have been moving forward with the 4 of Wands celebration and the Queen of Wands confidence, they have been stuck looking at spilled cups, mourning what could have been, realizing that they messed up by underestimating you or mistreating you. The 5 of Cups is about disappointment and loss and focusing on the negative. Your enemies are realizing that they lost an opportunity by not supporting you, by not being kind to you, by choosing to be your adversary instead of your ally. They are watching you succeed and realizing that they could have been part of that success. They could have had you as a friend or a colleague or a partner. Instead, they chose to be your enemy, and now they are on the outside looking in, seeing what they are missing out on. What I am also getting from the 5 of Cups in this position is that your enemies are experiencing regret. They are questioning their own judgment and their own actions. They are seeing the consequences of how they treated you. Maybe they are losing things in their own life while watching you gain. Maybe they are facing their own karma. Whatever it is, they are in a space of disappointment and regret, and that is part of why they are speechless. They do not know what to say because they are processing their own mistakes and losses. The 5 of Cups also shows that there are still 2 cups standing behind the figure in the card. So even in their disappointment, your enemies have options. They could turn around and see what they still have. They could choose to learn from this experience. But the energy of the card is that they are so focused on what they lost by underestimating you that they cannot even see their own opportunities. They are stuck in that space of regret and disappointment, and you are just living your life, not even focused on them anymore. The 10th and final card is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is such a perfect ending to this reading, Taurus. The Knight of Pentacles is about steady progress, reliability, dedication, practical action. What your enemies are speechless about is that you are not going to stop. This is not a flash in the pan. This is not temporary success. You are committed to the long haul. You are moving forward steadily, reliably, building something that will last. They are realizing that this new version of you is not a phase. This is who you are now. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the most determined cards in the deck. This knight is not fast or flashy, but he is absolutely unstoppable. He just keeps moving forward, step by step, day by day, towards his goals. Taurus, you are embodying this energy. You are not getting distracted. You are not giving up. You are not letting setbacks stop you. You are just persistently, reliably working towards your goals. And your enemies are watching this and realizing that you are going to win because you simply will not quit. What I love about the Knight of Pentacles here is that it speaks to sustainability. You are not burning yourself out. You are not taking reckless risks. You are being smart and practical and building something solid. Your enemies might have been expecting you to flame out, or to make mistakes, or to fail eventually. But you are being so careful and so dedicated that failure is not even on the table. You are going to succeed because you are willing to do whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, in a smart and sustainable way. The Knight of Pentacles also tells me that you are focused on tangible results. You are not just talking about your dreams or your goals. You are actually doing the work to make them real. You are creating financial stability, building a career, establishing yourself in concrete, measurable ways. Your enemies cannot deny what you are achieving because it is right there in physical form. You are creating results that speak for themselves. So Taurus, when I look at all 10 of these cards together, the story is so clear. Your enemies are speechless because you did not do what they expected. They expected you to fail, to struggle, to lash out, to give up. Instead, you built stability, mastered your emotions, strategically withdrew when necessary, defended your position fiercely, developed your skills to mastery level, allowed justice to unfold, created abundance and beauty, stepped into confident leadership, left them in their regret, and committed to steady, unstoppable progress. You basically did the opposite of what they predicted at every turn, and now they have no choice but to watch you win and question everything they thought they knew. The cards I used today were the Four of Wands, King of Cups, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Justice, the Empress, Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, and Knight of Pentacles. Each one showed a different aspect of your transformation and why the people who doubted you are now completely speechless. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comments. Tell me which card stood out to you the most or which part of this reading really hit home. And if you have not already, make sure you subscribe because I do readings for all the signs regularly. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Keep shining, Taurus! You are absolutely crushing it.